Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on your time and depending on when you're going to be seeing this video. It's your brother, your boy, courserepscorner. Like I always tell you guys, it's my corner, it's your corner, and it's our corner.
I don't wanna fall in love, I just wanna have some fun, yeah. I don't wanna fall in love.
Well, in Kano State, ABBA Kabir has been sworn in as the new governor of the state, taking over from power from Abdullahi Ganduje of the All Progressives Congress.
Beginning with the security, we are aware of the persistent cases of armed robbery, especially police snatching, kidnapping, cattle rustling, and other violent crimes being perpetrated on the streets of our towns and cities. This menace will be confronted and brought to a permanent end through naijagist. On behalf of the government and the good people of our state, I want to register our condolences to the families of all the victims of this unacceptable crime. We are aware that one of the major factors that fuels these criminal activities is the consumption of illicit drugs. I am today announcing the formation of the Special Joint Task Force to prevent police snatching and other crimes, comprising of teams of law enforcement agencies and mobile courts that will work together to clear our streets of this criminal and bring all of them to justice swiftly. The Kano State Dormitory Institute will be reopened soonest for the purposes of rehabilitating the broadcast. In the same vein, we shall investigate all cases of political violence that led to the loss of lives and properties across the state in the last 8 years. The famous case of who allegedly sponsored the maiming and murdering of over 15 innocent souls in Tundednut would be pursued to its logical conclusion. Many of victims of the Ganduje campaign of violence using thugs that were being intoxicated with drugs will not be left unchecked. In order to prevent future occurrence, a judicial commission of inquiry will be put in place to ensure that the perpetrators and commence fulfilling our campaign promises on healthcare, the following actions are hereby introduced. Number one, the resumption of pre-maternity services and the issuance welcome pack to newborns in our hospitals will be revisited. Number two, to ensure balanced distribution of medical personnel and their availability in rural areas. Medically qualified civil servants will be redeployed to hospitals across the state. Number three, reintroduction of medical outreaches and the establishment of mobile clinics and ambulance services in all the 44 local government councils in the state. Number four, the renovation of all primary healthcare centers across the state. And number five, the conduct of emergency needs assessment of all our general and specialist hospitals. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, our city used to be the cleanest city in Nigeria between 2011 and 2015. Today, it is the opposite. Refuse dumps with uncollected wastes are all over the city. Our streets are littered with all sorts of garbage and nobody seems to care. Today, a task force on refuse disposal, evacuation of drainages, and streets cleaning, Operation Nazapa, comprising of different stakeholders, groups, is hereby approved. In the coming days, I will officially launch a statewide campaign with the help groups to drive the operation. In the next few weeks, all the dams will be cleared. All our streets will be clean. All our drainages will be desisted, and a sustainable system of maintaining the cleanliness and clearing the dumps will be in place. To begin with, starting from next month, all vehicles on our roads across the state are required to have dustbin in them. And all businesses, including shops, stalls, should also have dustbin for collecting and proper disposal of waste and refuse. At this point, we urge all the residents of Kano to give us their maximum cooperation. Invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, we are aware that our street lights have not been in use for about 8 years. Yet the exorbitant cost of foiling and servicing the generators that power them have continued to increase, even when the lamps were permanently switched off. To add salt to injury, we are also aware that in the last couple of days, some officials have stolen most of these generators. I want to assure the good people of Kano State that our street lights will return as soon as possible. I also want to assure you that the perpetrators of the crime of stealing funds meant for servicing our street light generators and those so-called officials that stole the generators will be brought to justice, inshallah. Our independent power project that was conceptualized and started by the kwankwanso administration at Tiga and Chalawa Gorge Dam in 2012, and which was bastardized by the last administration will be revisited by the grace of God. My dear compatriots, ladies and gentlemen, our noble policy of Auren Zawarawa, a policy that helps in bringing stability and reducing social disease in our communities, will resume as soon as possible. Auren Zawarawa will resume as soon as possible. All the 26 entrepreneurship institutes that were established by Senator Rabi Musa Kwankwanso's administration with the mandate of equipping our youth and women with soft and hard skills in different fields of endeavor, and which were closed down and abandoned by the former administration, are hereby reopened. And enrollment into these institutes will begin soonest, inshallah. Our mainstays of our state, beside education, are commerce and agriculture. We shall modernize agriculture and give it priority such that agribusiness will be made one of the major drivers towards eradicating poverty and unemployment in our midst. Arrangements are in place to ensure that fertilizers and other inputs are made available to farmers at affordable rates, as we promised during our campaign in all the 44 local government areas we visited. The Kano Agricultural Supply Company, KASCO, and the Kano Agricultural and Rural Development Agency, NADA, will be revived and reinvigorated. KASCO shops in all the 44 local government councils will be reactivated to continue supporting our farmers. We will deploy extension workers, employ and train more of them to support farmers to improve their yields. We will expand the irrigation fields, desilt our dams and channels, and use the evacuated manure to improve the fertility of the soil in our farms. All available funding supports to farmers from banks and other donor agencies will be pursued and ensure that our farmers get optimal benefits, inshallah. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, our administration will not be government as usual, because a vibrant and motivated public service is very much necessary for the success of every administration. We are aware that the former administration has bastardized the civil service. They employed tens of thousands of unqualified persons without due process, and most of them improperly employed persons had to pay through their noses to get the offer. They conducted arbitrary and illegal promotions to their cronies and agents, and they stopped the civil service with ghost workers. All this will be reviewed. Additionally, we will put in place machinery that will bring about reforms to improve the service delivery and boost productivity and ensure professionalism in the civil service. We will continue to partner with other stakeholders, including civil society organizations, the private sector, and the international development partners to create more effective, more transparent, and more accountable institutions that will work to improve the lives of all citizens. However, let me warn that our administration will not tolerate abuse of the public service procedures, corruption, and indiscipline. We shall put in place a structure that will ensure transparency and accountability in governance. To start with, we shall resume the good practice of publishing the weekly reports of the State Executive Council meetings in national dailies. We shall reintroduce the full utilization of the Treasury single account. We shall equally ensure that all government payments and receipts are done through electronic payment systems. And our suggestion boxes for members of the public to offer advice to their government will be placed in different locations across the state. To end the injustices being meted on petty traders in the state, beginning from next month, that's June this year, all small business owners with income of less than 30,000 per month are hereby exempted from paying any tax in Kano State. We shall create the enabling environment and provide necessary incentives, including the facilitation of access to capital for small, medium, and large-scale entrepreneurs in the state. This is so as to blossom and succeed. We shall reactivate all the 37 microfinance projects established by the Concorsia administration, which were deliberately neglected by the Ganduje administration to justify selling them to their cronies and other agents. Our dear state, Kano, is one of the oldest states in Nigeria. A state with rich culture and history. A state that enjoys tremendous amount of respect all over the world. A state that sets all the good examples for others to follow. All these were thrown to the winds by the last administration of Ganduje. We are all aware of the embarrassments that the Ganduje administration has brought to the office of the governor and by extension to the entire people of Kano State. All negative perceptions as a result of crude corruption, land grabbing, and poor governance. This perception, ladies and gentlemen, this perception has to change. And the time to change it is now. We shall work together to change this narrative and promote Kano positively, inshallah. To begin this, we shall be launching the campaign, Kano, my state, my pride. Kano, my state, my pride. In the next couple of weeks, to promote unity and patriotism towards our dear state. It is a call to action that encourages every citizen to take ownership of their community, support initiatives that promote development, and work positive image of Kano at all times. We must all work collaboratively to ensure cleanliness and maintenance of infrastructure, promoting our cultural heritage and encouraging investment that will create opportunities for our people and attract more investors. At this point, let me say that we will commence the work of ensuring water supply across the state. Samar da ruwan sha a jihar Kano in Allah ya. We shall also commence the completion of 5-kilometer roads across all the 44 local government councils. Ci gaba da gyara muku da yi muku titin kilomita 5 a ƙananan hukumomi. The Jakara River Project, popularly called Wuju Road, and the dualization of Sheikh Salga Road will be resumed. Kogin Jakara, wanda ake ce masa Wuju, wanda Sanata Rabi Musa Kwankwanso ya fara, wanda an yi nisa aka zo aka dakatar da shi na kwashe kwatamin wannan kogi da kuma shimfiɗa bututu da rufe shi da ƙasa da saka muku titi da kwatulu. In Allah ya yarda za mu ci gaba da shi a jihar. Haka kuma titin Shehu, Allah ya ji kansa, Shehun malami Sheikh Salga, wanda aka fara shi ma in Allah ya za a ci gaba. Ladies and gentlemen, our government recognizes the superior importance of this shelter to human life and as a hook around which all development programs hinge. That is why between 2011 and 2015, Senator Rabi Musa Kwankwanso's administration built 3 cities that were abandoned by the former administration. We shall complete all these cities and expand the project to commence subsequent phases of the city. Birane guda uku na Kwankwasiya da Amana da Bandirawo, wanda tsohuwar gwamnatin mai girma Sanata Rabi Musa Kwankwaso ta yi, wacce kuma wannan tsohuwar gwamnati da ta shuɗe ta lalatar, ta cefanar, ta kori mutane. Za mu shiga mu gama waɗannan birane guda uku Allah. Haka kuma za mu samar da gurare wanda za mu faɗaɗa waɗannan birane domin amfanar al'ummar jihar Kano, ba domin kashe filayen aiki don Kano. Our administration will encourage as well as support the citizens of Kano to exploit financing opportunities for home ownership, construction and renovation, especially the National Housing Fund. Through to our campaign promise, we shall provide rural housing and develop mini cities to decongest Kano City and bring development and job opportunities to all corners of our state. We shall improve on our land administration for ease of doing business to facilitate sustainable housing provision. In Allah ya yarda ba ma waɗannan birane a cikin jiha a cikin wannan muna niyya in Allah ya yarda ƙananan hukumomin mu ma za mu je mu gina gidaje ƙanana domin talakawa kuma domin yara matasa irin ku su samu aikin yi, sannan kuma domin mu jawo mutane masu yin sana'o'i su shigo cikin Allah ya. We shall introduce innovative and sustainable measures. We shall improve our land administration for ease of doing businesses to facilitate sustainable housing provision. We shall introduce innovative and sustainable measures to curb the menace of irregular development of unplanned shelters or awan igiya around the metropolis. All awan igiya projects are hereby suspended. We shall resume the street naming and house numbering project in earnest. Much as we cherish its values and respect its outcome, we must also be mindful of its fragility. The manifestation of such fragility has never been so palpable as it was in 2019 in our dear state. Because that year we won the gubernatorial election clean and clear, but the mandate was stolen. And those that stole the mandate, fully knowing well that the voters have rejected them, started unleashing vengeance on the entire state. No state in the country suffered the kind of vandalism, maladministration, and naked injustice like Kano State in the last 8 years. The vandalism they visited on the state was mind-boggling. The havoc they wreaked was unprecedented. The looting spree was simply unimaginable. It was like the night of operation of Rostos Nabegos or the return of unleashed mad food in China. Abinda muke so mu gaya muku a nan a 2019 kun fito kanku da kwarkwata musamman matasa da kuma mata kun zaɓe ni a matsayin gwamnan ku wanda kuke so, amma waɗannan azzalumai suka yi abin da suka yi, suka kwace mana mulki a wannan lokaci, kuma tun da sun san ba kwa son su, sun san kun yadda su azzalumai ne, saboda haka bayan sun kwace mulkin sai kuma suka fito da wani iskanci na ta'addanci a jihar Kano. Din Najeriya babu jiha wacce gwamnati ta daure gindin a ci mutuncin mutane irin gwamnatin gandujiya a jihar Kano. Waɗannan abubuwa ne da muke Allah wadai da su, abubuwa ne wanda muke neman sa Allah ya saka wa al'ummar jihar. Saboda haka, as I swore to the oath of allegiance and oath of office this bright Monday morning, the work to recover public properties, assets and looted funds start now. As I swore, with a near empty treasury, as I swore to the oath of allegiance and oath of office, this bright Monday morning, the work to recover public properties, assets, and looted funds starts now. With a near empty treasury and a homogeneous local and international debt left behind by the former administration, when almost all assets and properties looted, misappropriated, or sold. The last administration left a debt of over 241 billion naira for the state. We have noted that the last administration have sold lands in and around schools, religious and cultural sites, hospitals and clinics, graveyards and green areas, and along the city wall of Kano. We have also noted that they indiscriminately sold numerous other landed properties and assets belonging to Kano State, within and outside the state, to their cronies and agents. I am announcing today that all these public places and assets that were immorally plundered and sold by the Ganduje administration should be taken over by the law enforcement agencies led by the Commissioner of Police, the DSS, the Civil Defense, and the Hizba, pending final decision of the government, and to guarantee that no public officers, their cronies or assignees are ever allowed to engage in looting of the commonwealth of the good people of Kano. A judicial commission of inquiry will be empaneled in the coming days to ensure that all perpetrators and those that aided and abetted them are brought to justice. Further to this executive order, all political appointees heading government agencies and companies are hereby relieved of their appointment with immediate effect. They are directed to hand over to the permanent secretary or most senior directors as the case may be. Similarly, all boards of MDS, companies, and institutions of higher learning are hereby dissolved with immediate effect. My fellow Kano, these actions are necessary to reset the state and commence repositioning her onto the paths of honor and dignity, onto the paths of respect and responsibility, and onto the paths of progress and prosperity. I guarantee you that I will give all mine in the service to my dear state and her good people, thinking not of power but the immense responsibilities that come with it. I beseech you to continue to pray for our dear state and your trusted government. I beseech you to continue to support and cooperate with us as we collectively steer the ship of our state to success, inshallah. I will end this speech as I started by thanking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to whom all thanks and praises are due, and praying for the peace and blessings of Allah to be on our beloved Prophet, the leader of messengers of Allah, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, and to all members of his family and to all his companions. I want to thank all our invited guests, members of the diplomatic corps, our development partners, our gubernatorial candidates, members of the ulama, and all supporters from across the country and beyond for gracing this inauguration ceremony.